The opinions and views expressed in the following presentation do not necessarily reflect those of GameCon Radio or its affiliates.
Banshee's Lair, Visionary Talk Radio on GameConRadio.com. We rock your world.
Welcome to Mo Banshee's Lair, Visionary Talk Radio on GameConRadio.com. We rock your world. Tonight I'm going to rock your world with a good friend of ours, Cheryl Lynn, who is a psychic. She's also in the entertainment business. But I have to tell you, this lady has continually impressed me, and those of you who know me, I'm not impressed easily. I want to welcome everybody that's in the chat room, everybody listening on Players. We will be opening the call numbers as soon as we get Cheryl, going, and I'll give you the number in a few minutes. I hope everybody's day is going well, and everybody's doing as good as can be expected in 2012, which I'm not going to be real sorry to see leave. We have some news. I know everybody is aware that by now that's listened. That's Cheryl Ann. That's God bless you.
Thank you.
We're still really struggling with the hurricane effects out here, and so there's a site, and it's the HTTP is fortheshore.org/NJ projects, and anybody who's looking to donate, anybody who's able-bodied, who thinks that they can help people that are in the Jersey Shore area that are struggling to try to clean up the wreckage and even our beaches and everything that needs to be taken care of, you can go to that site, and it's listing days for things like, let's see, Monmouth County, Keyport Beach Cleanup Day, from end to end, 11 a.m. To 2 p.m., and that's on December 8th. You can go to Keyport and help them clean up. You meet up on Cedar Street, and Keyport is only 2 miles from me. And meet on Cedar Street and at the Benjamin Terry Park, the end of the block. And volunteers are needed, 6 volunteers. Dress for the weather, and then Bayshore Waterfront Park cleanup beach. They need 50 people there to help. Belmar House basement cleanup. They're asking for 10 volunteers. Belmar cleanup, community cleanup, 10 volunteers. Ideal Beach, which was creamed. It was literally creamed. 30 volunteers needed to help with Ideal Beach debris, trying to help them clean it up. Union Beach, most of Union Beach is gone. But from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 20 volunteers needed. Affiliation Burners Without Borders project, clean up the beach, marshlands, areas from debris, bring gloves. Please, again, it's fortheshore.org/New Jersey projects, and I will be posting that around. There is so much that needs to be done, and it's going to fall on the shoulders of volunteers to help us. Another thing is, please, the animal shelters in New Jersey now are really struggling to take care of the displaced animals and take care of the animals that were already there. Get a hold of your local shelter in your town. They're going to need food. They're going to need, all the supplies animals need. They also need volunteers to take care of those animals. So if you can't have animals, but you really love them and you want to do something, go to your local shelter and help them out. Foster homes, use your Facebook and see if you can find foster homes for the animals in your local shelters so that they're not putting animals to sleep because of the animals that have been displaced. There's a whole lot of stuff that needs to be done in New Jersey, and God willing, one thing about New Jersey, we are a state of immigrants. Ellis Island, people stepped off Ellis Island, went into New York and New Jersey, and we are the immigrants. And one thing is, we have strong backs and we've never been afraid to work. So we will come back out of this in no time. It's going to take time, but I mean, considering the damage, I think it's going to be wonderful the way we rally. I think we're really going to impress some people. AOL posted something today, which I cannot stress enough that I agree with. NASA is calling for people to stop scaring children over 2012. It's kind of getting out of hand at this point. And they're saying that this Mayan calendar prediction apocalypse is not going to happen on the 21st. If it does, it'll be the biggest long shot coming and going, because there's nothing to show any reason for it happen. There's no hidden planet sneaking up on Earth. NASA knows. And believe me, if they thought there was a planet that was going to hit us, NASA scientists would have already figured out a way to get out of Dodge. They're not stupid, these guys, There's no doomsday typey thing going on. What's going to happen is people who are really stupid are going to end up doing strange things, hurting their families because they're afraid of whatever's going to happen, Martians coming, a Planet X hitting us, and that's where the danger is. Please, people, if you know anybody who's going over the edge and you're afraid they might hurt their family or themselves, contact authorities. This is getting serious. It's a bunch of garbage. These people made lots of money on books, on theory, and Bruce Willis made money on Armageddon, and then the other one with where the thing comes and hits the water and kills everybody. They're movies, they're books, they're theories. There's nothing out there to say it's actually going to happen. So stop scaring the crap out of your children. Children should not be afraid they're going to die on the 21st. If nothing else, they should be driving you nuts, asking you for presents, and when is Santa's Claus coming, and are we making cookies? And if they're Jewish, they should be getting ready for Hanukkah. Whatever your holiday is, do that. Focus away from all this nonsense, because it's really, and I'm trying to be nice here. I'm trying not to curse, but people are acting really stupid about this. I want to bring our guest on. Cheryl Lynn is a psychic, and I have to tell you, she has proven herself over time and time again to me, and that's not easy to do. Cheryl Lynn, welcome back to the lair.
Oh, well, thanks for having me back, Mo, and hi to everybody out there, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody.
Happy Holidays to you. Happy Holidays. I don't care what you celebrate. If you celebrate a cardboard box, that's cool with me. If somebody is as spooky as saying, hey, the world better not end on the 21st, 17 members of the family are going out for a meal. On the 22nd, I'm having a family gathering too, so that's it, it's done.
Yes, Mo, nobody's going to die on December 21st, 2012. The Mayan calendar, I mean, just to simplify it, they ran out of ink. That's it. That's it. But I will tell you that it does mark, like the New Age, and it does mark like the Ascension and things like that. So things are heating up after that, astrologically. But no, there's no end of the world and Martians and stuff. Just please.
It's just, it's, people wrote books on it, on the Mayan calendar, but what none of these brilliant people did was calculate it on all the popes who changed the seasons, changed the weeks. Some weeks, for some popes, it was 7 days. Some made it 6 days. Some changed it. They took away, they changed the length of certain months. I mean, if you're going to go by that and calculate all the times that the calendar has been changed, we're already past it. We should have been blown up 400 years ago. It's just ridiculous. And people, they watch these movies and they just watch these specials, which are entertainment. And we all love to get a good scare on, but this is craziness. People are doing strange things. And it's just crazy. I don't know. You had called on a few things which have come to fruition. The first thing was, well, actually, they happened together. You had said, Mo, you're going to travel. I see some traveling in 2012. And I had nothing planned. And as it turned out, my granddaughter, it all started with her. Her other grandmother was involved in a bus trip for Ireland, and my granddaughter said, hey, instead of a Sweet 16 party, what about me, Mommy, and you, my mom, and we'll go with Grandma Helen, and we'll go to Ireland on a bus trip. And we thought that was incredibly kind, because most kids would be thinking of, the party and getting gifts and that kind of thing. And that was scheduled for November 3rd. But on the 29th, you called it, we had a life and death hurricane. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I did predict Hurricane Sandy, and I did predict the devastation to the Jersey Shore and New York City. And I did that actually in 2011. I wanted to warn people about this. And, because of this, I do want to warn people again for 2013, Mo, that I don't feel that there's going to be a major Hurricane Sandy-like event in 2013. But, I do feel that the Earth has changed, and those of us on the East Coast here, I do feel we're going to be experiencing, these dangerous storms, and I really want everybody, New York, New Jersey, all up and down. I want everybody to, have your generators, be ready for power surges, power outages, have a survival kit ready. This is going to become a way of life. Some of the people in Florida, they're kind of used to this, but we on the East Coast in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, we're not used to this. So we got to just kind of get with the program, and we're all going to survive. But it's just be prepared for it. Have your generators now. Get ready. Make sure your sump pumps are good.
Have a prepper kit, but don't scare the crap out of your children. Anybody who's got their generators, don't go out and sell it because, it's over. And don't sell it in 2 years because you didn't use it in 2 years. Make sure it's always in ready condition. Right.
Always be prepared. Right.
Make sure you have candles. Make sure you have sternos. See, I don't have electric, so we went into a problem with we didn't have electric, but we don't have gas, so I couldn't cook on gas either. So I was heating soup and everything and making tea on the candles. So it was rough. I mean, we went till the 11th before we got the 11th or the 12th before we got our power back. That's a long haul over here, Yeah. Are you surprised?
Just be prepared, Mo. Everybody out there, just be prepared. We got a little taste of it. Let's just be prepared. So, when the power goes out, okay, switch on the generator. You know what I mean? I don't want people to be so upset by it. It's almost like, okay, switch on the generator. Okay, the power's back on.
Are you as surprised as I am we had 38 people in New Jersey die from it. I am shocked we didn't have hundreds more.
Well, Governor Christie really helped out there and got everybody out, and so we have to, give them credit for that. To get everybody was out. They evacuated. So it saved a lot of lives there, Mo. It saved a lot of lives.
Oh, yeah. My aunt's neighborhood's been condemned. The houses are gone. Union Beach is gone. There are so many areas and friends and you know, we have in Middletown and Keensburg here a very high Irish population, you know, and so many friends I know have lost everything. I mean, they have the shirts on their backs, you know, but praise God they're alive, you know. But I'm happily surprised we didn't lose more lives. But you called it, and you called it last year.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's amazing.
And, you know, like it's funny now, you're just kind of like I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek here, Mo. We're talking about these storms, and I do see in 2014, I do see like New York City, I do see people starting to actually move out of the city. I see people saying we've had enough. Mm-hmm. So I do see like New York City change, and I see people working in New York City, but as far as living in New York City, they're moving out. I really feel it. You know, they've had enough. Yeah, New York's going to keep getting hit, even more so than Jersey. So, yeah, I hate to say that, but I want to warn everybody.
Yeah, yeah, we're not trying to scare people.
No, just want to let them know.
Yeah, we don't want to scare people, but what has happened in New York City, unfortunately, and all the cities here, and there's this show, and I love it, and I can never remember the name of it, but the guy is a historian, and he takes you through all New York and all the oranges and all, and he shows you what it was like during the Revolutionary War, and then he shows you now the exact same area. And a lot of these ravines and stuff where there were big battles with, you know, the people on one side, the British on the other and all, they were the natural way water ran out of those areas. But now they have roads in them. You know how you ride down the Parkway and you go through all those roads in New York and you're looking up at the buildings? That's because that originally was a ravine, and now it's got all these highways and everything in there. There's no place for this water to go anymore. And they took away a lot of the natural protection, and that's a real shame. You know, that's one of the big dangers of the cities. And people say, well, we're not near the water, but they haven't left any place for the water to go, the people that built the cities. So that's a huge problem. My problem is, as a crow flies, I'm only 2 miles from the water. So that's my
problem. You'll survive. You'll survive.
Yeah, I'm a survivor. Yes, I am. You did say I was going to travel, and like I said, I ended up in Ireland getting hit on by some old sheep herder.
That's good.
You have no idea how uncomfortable it was. It was real. I guess let's before we open I'm going to open the phone line when we come back from our first commercial. I picked funny music tonight because I'm trying to keep it very light and airy and that kind of thing. So tonight the music is going to be Larry the Cable Guy. He has A Christmas Story, which is kind of like the baby Jesus. It's kind of weird, but it's really funny. And then Xerox Christmas Letter by Ray Stevens, and Stuck in the Smoke Hole of Our Teepee by Shoshone Elder. Old Hands, which I love that, and it's just so funny. So we're going to be playing that, but let's go through, I guess, the signs. Let's do a general through the signs.
Oh, okay. For 2013, my tarot horoscopes for 2013.
Yeah, horoscopes.
Okay, now, Mo, before I even begin the 2013 horoscopes, I just want to let everybody know that what started in 2012. Saturn is a planet. When it goes, you know, astrologically speaking, when Saturn goes into a house, somebody's house, that's your like trouble area or things that you have to work on. And it started in 2012, and Saturn is in the house for 2 years. Okay. Now, for example, Mo and I were Tauruses. Okay, so Saturn went into our 7th house, Mo. Okay, and our 7th house represents like our personal relationships, how we deal with people, some relationships ending. The past being brought up from relationships. So we have to deal with like relationships for the next 2 years. So I do encourage all the signs to please look at your Saturn for the next 2 years, and that'll give everybody some insights like what's happening and what's going on. You know, why are my relationships going, wacky, or, why is my business not working out? And a lot of that has to do with Saturn. So I want everybody to please look at your sun sign, Saturn, where Saturn is in your house.
Can we blow Saturn out of the sky or something? Because I'm going to tell you, 2012 has been a bear.
Oh, 2012. First of all, 2012 was a year of conflict, and it was, the number itself was, a year of conflict. I know it was for me. Tauruses, we have just been kicked around. The Bulls have just been kicked around in 2012. Capricorn's been kicked around in 2012. Poor Aries, there's been a couple signs. Aries, Libra, Virgo, they've all been kind of like kicked around. So I will say 2013 is a lot more peaceful, Mo, as far as like that stuff, personal stuff that people have to go through. It's a softer year. So I mean, I can't wait for 2012 to leave myself. It's like goodbye, see ya.
Yeah, I am so over this year. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I was over it in June, really. But
yeah, I know.
After June, I was like done with it already. So.
Yeah, it was like, okay, this has been fun. Let's go on. Let's do something else. Okay, so we can expect a little bit softer year for Tauruses. What about everybody else?
Oh, okay. For 2013, I'll just go through these quick here, Mo. Get through as many as we can. First is Aries. The Rams take on more responsibility for themselves and others, and demanding work projects that take time to complete, but once completed, bring in financial rewards. Aries rolls up their sleeves and they get the job done in 2013. So Aries, the Ram, they're just going to say, listen, I'm not going to let this year get to me. I'm going to roll up my sleeves up. Aries is pioneers anyway. I can do it. That's their mantra. I can do it.
What's the dates for that? Because I don't know that stuff. Like January.
Okay, Aries is March 21st through April 20th.
Okay.
Next is Taurus, Mo. Here's us. April 21st to May 21st. Enjoyment in the home and with family for the Bulls. Some big business deals are made in 2013. Better connections with people in power to help advance the Bulls. And extra money needs to be saved, not spent. Now, so our big thing, Mo, is now Jupiter's in our second house of money and finance, okay, until July of 2013. So, Mo, any money we get, we have to save it. We have to learn how to save it, That's another thing that I really want to tell people about, and not warn them, but let them know that you're going to hear people say, "Oh, the economy's great," in 2013, and let's relax and this and that. But I'm going to tell people, please continue to save your money. Please learn the hard lessons that we all learned, in the past, and that we save our money and that we don't repeat patterns. Okay, now the economy is going to be getting better from between 2016 and 2018 until things are like you can take a little bit of a breath. But I'm telling everybody, I just feel like they're going to say, "Oh, it's okay now," and just be very, very cautious. But us Bulls, we need to especially save our money and learn how to invest our money properly.
I'm very worried about people getting a false sense of security from what they're seeing on TV, because I honestly believe that the president next year is going to have to use the D word, depression. He's going to finally have to say, look, we're in a depression. We're going to try to work out of it. But I think they're finally going to have to admit this isn't a bad recession. We're right there. We're at the edge of the cliff now.
And we just need to learn the lessons, the hard lessons, and everybody be smart with their money. For example, Mo, if the home's actually worth $120,000, it's not a $220,000 home. We just have to learn those lessons so we don't repeat them. Now, for Gemini, Mo, May 22nd to June 21st, expected money or advancement is delayed until the second half of 2013. Be patient, Gemini. It will come, but it may take another form than what you think. And more time is spent with your children or younger members of the family, and business partnerships are featured. Okay? Cancer, June 22nd to July 22nd. Major changes coming to the crab in 2013. Changes in attitudes, friends, life path, and employment. The old gives way to new. And anything pending in the courts for the crab will require time, patience, and money. A new friend comes into your life in 2013. Now, Cancer, Mo, really, the sun sign Cancer's really got kicked around in 2012, too. Lots of changes for them. I mean, like all areas of life, employment, and I see that trend happening still in 2013, but not as radical as it was in 2012. They're going to have some, so I'm going to tell all my crabs out there, just hang tough, and don't let, cause they tend to be emotional people, so don't let your emotions override this. You'll get through it. And by the end of 2013, they definitely have a breath of fresh air and a break. So that's great. Okay, now here's a good sign. Leo, July 23rd to August 21st. Romance finds Leo in 2013. Now, Mo, too bad you're not a Leo. That's sheep herder. But
no, thank you.
But
see, I get groped, man.
But anyway, Leo finds romance in 2013. Proposals, weddings, engagements, new life to old relationships are featured. Commitment to love and those you love and doing what you love is very important to you this year. And broken hearts are healed, and you love again, Leo. So which is great. So Leo, the romance department, they're a very passionate sign, and now they can 2012 kind of squashed their passion. Now they and this can be all areas of their life.
Yeah, it killed everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, so you weren't that Leo, that sheep herder. You could have been with that sheep herder now, but okay. Okay, I got Virgo, August 22nd to September 23rd. Virgos spend some alone time figuring out what they truly want in life, especially the first half of the year. And as a snake sheds its skin to grow, Virgos will be shedding some negative people, jobs, habits, and situations. So basically what I got for the Virgo sun signs, Mo, is they're going to be doing a lot of self-contemplating. You may see the Virgos in your life kind of pull away a little bit. They're trying to grow and figure out who they are. And, again, 2012 really kicked Virgos around pretty good. So I can see them kind of saying, listen, I'm going to distance myself a little bit and try to figure all this out. Okay? The next one is Libra, September 24th to October 23rd. Conflicts at work start out your 2013, Libra. Corporate shakeups and business changes. You may work a second job. Allow others to help you as you sort out your career choices. And don't worry, you will make good money in 2013. Next one is Scorpio, October 24th to November 22nd. Lots of travel for Scorpio in 2013. Lots of money, too. Many financial blessings for you, and some investments you made in the past are going to pay off for you big time in 2013. You got to watch your energy levels and make sure you get proper rest and enjoy your downtime and relax. So I do see Scorpios really amping it up in 2013. Okay? Okay, a couple more here, Mo. I got Sagittarius, talking about amping up things. Sagittarius, they love to travel. They're the go-go sign. Sagittarius, November 23rd, December 22nd. Holding out for what you really want is your key to happiness in 2013. You want what you want, and you're going to go after it in a big way, and good fortune and money blessings for you, too. So basically in 2013, most Sagittarius is going to be Sagittarius. They like to go and do and be and experience, and 2013 is a good year for them. Okay, Capricorn, December 23rd to January 20th. You keep plugging away in 2013, Capricorn. Better relationships with your children or grandchildren, and more quality time is spent with them. Unexpected social invitations come to you, so go out and have some fun, Capricorn. Now, Capricorn does have a tendency to stay back and not venture out too much. Capricorn's an earth sign like us, Mo. They like their routines, and they like doing things their way, quiet control. So they need to just get out a little more, have a breath of fresh air in 2013. Like I said, 2012 kicked them around pretty good too. So get out there and just have some fun. Laugh a little bit, Capricorn. Laugh a little bit. Next sign is Aquarius, January 21st to February 19th. Moving out, moving up, or moving on. Lots of comings and goings. Your life is very active and very busy, and many things are going on all at the same time. You become a master multitasker, and health decisions to be made in November or December of 2013. So what I want Aquarius, be aware in November and December of 2013, your energy levels are going to be a little bit on the low side. Make sure you don't get sick or a cold. Take extra care of yourself, okay? But other than that, Aquarius is out there, doing their thing. They're multitaskers anyway. They like new experiences. They like, to try different things. So 2013 is kind of their year. And then Pisces. Finally, Pisces, the fish here. February 20th to March 20th. Extra work pays off for you in a big way in 2013. And some changes in friends and situations are coming, and there's more social outings for you, social clubs and getting together in groups. So there you go, Mo. There's my tarot horoscopes for 2013.
Okay. We're going to go to break, and when we come back, I'm going to give you the call-in number, and we're going to open up the lines so Cheryl can give you your personal reading. When we come back, I'll explain to you what you need to give her. It'll be your name, your first name, your age, your astrological sign, and have a question. Have a question formed. So while you're listening to the commercials and the first little break piece, write down your questions so you have it, and I'll give you the sign when we come back and open up the lines. And we're going to talk more about 2013 and maybe even get a peek at 2014, because after all, it's only 12 months away, man. So we'll be right back. Our first piece during the break is going to be Larry the Cable Guy and his Christmas story, and I really hope you guys all enjoy it.
Just a reminder, guys, all our talk show hosts here at GameCon Radio volunteer their time, but you can always show your appreciation. Click on the tip jar and give them a little love. I'm sure maybe your predictions will come out a little bit better. And that's how we roll here at GameCon Radio. We rock your game and your paranormal.
This is Michelle Tomlinson, the Scream Queen, and I listen to GameCon Radio. Why? Because it rocks.
Welcome back to Mo Banshee's Lair Visionary Talk Radio, and of course by now you realize you listen to Ray Stevens' Xerox Family Christmas Letter, which is a favorite of mine. I don't know, you don't mind a Xerox Christmas letter from somebody that you're close to, where they're sending you pictures of the kitties and all that great stuff and everything, and you know them, but somebody you haven't seen in 20 years, they send you one of these things and they're kind of bragging about all these incredible things they do, and you're kind of like, are you serious? I haven't seen or talked to you in 20 years, So it's one of my favorite songs, and we'll do the other one, the Larry the Cable Guy, when we come back. Okay, we're gonna take calls in a minute. So just for a recap, 2013 is going to be better than 2002, basically for everybody, right?
Yeah, generally, yes, for everybody. It's going to be a softer year. Again, 2012 just kicked everybody. 2013, it comes in as a softer year. But again, I want everybody, to be ready for these powers, these power surges and power outages. And if everybody has their generators or sump pumps, and when these things happen, it won't be as stressful for everybody. It won't be such a surprise for everybody, because the weather is going to continue to be wonky there, Mo.
Yeah.
And also, again, I said about people, please save your money. Please, you're going to hear like the economy's great, and it's just not till about 2016 to 2018. Save your money. And really, the only thing I would buy or invest in would be gold, silver, and copper in 2013, because I do feel that the prices can continue to go up there. I also see China moving in as a superpower. And here's the thing, Mo. I had predicted some guy by the name of XI to watch that guy. I don't know who he was. And I did get a client of mine who goes to China and explained that this XI is actually like a new person in power. So I didn't even know that. So let's watch him, okay? Mm-hmm. And I don't see President Obama really doing too much. I don't see anything like a major thing happening with him. But I do see a female president in the future who will be a fantastic president, whether it's Hillary Clinton or it's some other. It's not Sarah Palin. I get people ask me all the time. It's not Sarah Palin, mm-hmm. But Hillary Clinton or somebody like that. It's a woman. Also, please, in 2013, I do feel like the youth protesters turned violent, and that's something I do see in 2014 as well. This unrest, Mo. Mm-hmm. You know, this unrest, and it gets even more in 2014 than 2013, but we're going to see the inklings of it in 2013, and then 2014 we're really going to see it start manifesting itself. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay, and, I have some people, and I'm trying to write them down so I don't miss them, and they're in the chat asking, so I'm going to do Stan first. Stan is Sagittarius 58. He wants to know, how does 2013 look for him? Don't any of you guys have like specific questions that you would like answered?
Yeah, I can just give Stan a very, very general, like we can't get into a big long reading with Stan, but I can give him a general, first of all, Sagittarius, Stan, 2013 is more your year, a lot of comings and goings and new experiences for all sun signs Sagittarius, which is really good, because Sagittarius really likes to be on the go. They like to learn new things, do new things, have fresh ideas, so 2013 is more their year, okay? They were a little bit subdued in 2012. And, okay? Mm-hmm. Right, hold on. Okay, and then also, Stan, I will let you know, Saturn is now in your second house of business, finance, money, so these are the things that you're going to be working on for the next 2 years. Okay. Mhm. All right. Now I see business opportunities coming for Stan, and for investments, like people coming to him. You can invest in this, or Stan needs to invest in himself more in 2013. I do see Stan making some changes from the 6 month onwards. So the 6 month low is what, June? Mm-hmm. For the second half of the year, I do see some changes coming for Stan. Some things that he kind of tolerated in 2012, he's not going to tolerate in 2013. I see him having more fun in 2013. Anybody or anything that disappointed him in 2012, I do feel like he gets over it. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's putting his focus on other things, and I see him putting his focus on business or making more money. I do see him working very hard, but I do see him making more money. There's definitely financial blessings for him. Mm-hmm. And but I also see he's going to be doing anything in his home. Any kind of there's something going on wherever his house is. I do feel either he's making a repair there, or redoing something, or it could be like a pipe burst or something. But I do feel he's putting some kind of money into his home. Mm-hmm. And also, Stan, your prayers have been heard. I do feel that he prays, or he's connected to the universe somehow. I do feel, his prayers are heard, or he's being heard. And better times for you, Stan, in 2013. A lot of social, gatherings and get-togethers, and it's time to, laugh a little bit and have a little fun. Sagittarius likes to have a little fun anyway. Mm-hmm. And don't be afraid to take some alone time, some time for yourself to figure out, what you want to do. And does Stan have any other specific question?
I don't know. He's asking in the chat. Do you have any other specific questions, Stan? Not getting anything.
Okay. Well, thank you, Stan.
Okay. Let me go. No, not really. Okay, so let me go to the next one. Danielle, she's a Scorpio, 52. I miss my mother. Will I see her soon?
Okay. Has your mother crossed to the other side?
I don't know. Has your mother crossed over? I have to wait for the chat to...
Oh, okay.
She's... Yes.
Okay. Okay, first of all, tell her that her mother crossed immediately, so her mother definitely is on the other side. She's not like an earthbound spirit. She crossed, she crossed right away, which is good. Of course, I get the lover's card right there, which means, how much love they do, there's a lot of love there. I do see that she's going to see her mother in dreams. I don't feel like her mother is like a flashy kind of spirit, Mo, where they ring the bells. You know more about this stuff, where they ring the bells and they bring the sense, or I feel this that her mother. She'll see her mother in a dream, and I feel she's going to see her mother looking younger than what she was in life. Okay, so she may see a younger version of that. And tarot is showing me that for 2013, I get at least 5 visitations from her mother. So yes, absolutely, Danielle, you'll see your mother. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
She, the message I'm giving Danielle from your mom. She says, "Be strong, have hope, and stay strong." Okay.
That's cool. Okay. Jennifer is an Aquarius, 38 years old. Does 2013 look for her?
Okay. Well, Aquarius, that was one of the signs that 2012 kicked around pretty good. Okay, so 2013 right away is a lot better for you. And how old is Jennifer again, Mo?
Hang on. She's 38.
38, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but Jennifer's a very creative person. Okay, so I actually see her really branching out creatively. Let me see. I get like good luck coming to her, but like in big spurts. You know what I mean? Like she gets like I'm not going to say a windfall, but it's like everything works out, and then stuff like wanes a little bit. Then everything works out, and then stuff like wanes a little bit. Tarot is saying that you don't have all the information yet. 2013, she's going to get like partial information on something, just to like hold out for all the information. Okay, don't jump at something just to get like the initial information. Let me see here. Okay, and I do see for her that she's going to be leaving some people or putting closure to some people. I feel this is more like in the past, people from the past, and she's finally going to say goodbye in 2013 to some people maybe that she was hanging on to in 2012 that she didn't need to really hang on to. I do see her spirituality increasing, or a change in her spirituality, but she's definitely one of these people that's going to be ascending in 2013, or being affected. Now you're getting into the paranormal stuff. She might even get into the paranormal or have a paranormal experience. Okay, and she's just kind of like working her life out, just working her life, thinking about it, and working her life out. And there's either a renewal of love or a new love in 2013. But I did get the Ace of Cups over the Page of Wands, and that's usually renewal of love in a certain person. Okay?
Okay. I'm going to have Lady A call in as soon as we're done. I'm going to give her the number in a minute. Now we go to JD, who is an old friend of mine, even though he's only a Neverbug. And JD, let me get yours. I'm trying to find it. I'm 23 years old, Libra. I've known JD since he's probably 13 years old. How does the job market look for him in 2013?
Okay, and you said JD's 23?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, first of all, JD, before I even throw the cards and all the Libras out there, the Sun Libras, Saturn's in your 12th house. Okay, and that means that for the next 2 years, JD, you're going to be going over things from the past, putting closure on things from the past, in order for you to move on in the next 2 years when Saturn goes into your first house, okay? So don't be surprised if some of the things from the past keep bubbling up and you got to kind of like deal with things, okay, for the next 2 years. And it might be like a nervous time. Libra's one of these signs where it's a nervous time for Mo for the next couple years, okay? Capricorn's another one, Virgo's another one, Aries is another one. Okay, but okay, now what was his question? He wants to know about his job situation?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I get good. I get the 10 of coins, which is money, and he's going in the right direction. And something that he's a hard worker, so something he's had some training from this, or this is something that he's trained to do, or I get just all positive cards for him, Mo. Mm-hmm. I get all positive. He definitely will find his employment, and it's going to be something that makes him. He gets like a lot of money right away too. It's almost like he's not going to. You know, some companies, Mo, you have to like build and build and build. It's like he gets a chunk of money right away, which is good. Yeah, I get the Ace of Pentacles, which is a good card. And he's also somebody. JD is somebody that can manifest whatever he wants in this life. Okay,
yeah, he's young. He's a go-getter. He can do it.
Yep, he is, and that's what he needs to do. I got the magician in his deck. And any time the magician shows up, that's you can do it. He can do it. He can manifest and have anything he wants, and he's definitely on his way to success. So congratulations for him. Good, good. I'm happy.
That's good. There you go, JD. We're going to have Lady A call in, and she's going to do it now, so I just got to wait for her call. Then if you guys will wait till the person that's talking clears out. We've got a call. Okay. Okay, caller?
Yes.
Okay. Tell Lady A. Hi, how you doing? Okay, you name the name, age, and your question and your sign for Cheryl. Cheryl, this is Lady A. Lady A, this is Cheryl.
Hi, Lady
Hi.
A. What's your real first name?
Denise.
Jules, and how old are you?
Denise.
No, Denise. I'm 61.
61. Okay. And Jules, what's your question?
No. It's Denise.
Denise. Mm-hmm. Denise, what's your question?
I want to know if things are going to improve for my family.
Okay. All right. Is this family just a family in general, or a particular person?
My daughter and my grandchildren, they live with me.
Okay.
Yeah, the noise you're hearing in the background is the cards, those tarot cards.
Yes, I have three pair in my house.
Well, first of all, Denise, what I'm getting is what you put up with in 2012, you're not going to put up with in 2013. Okay? So any kind of disruptions you had, any kind of arguments, conflicts, I do feel that you're putting a period on that and moving on from that, okay? Now, Denise, have you set rules already? Because I feel like you're going to be setting rules with these people. Like you're setting rules.
Very much so.
Okay. You need to stay in control, all right? Do not give your control over to the daughter or let people run over you, even though I know you love them and everything, but don't let them run over you because I do feel things are going to improve for them. However, Denise, I feel it's more towards the second half of 2013. I do feel in the first half you're laying down rules and you're just trying to, get your household under control. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now you said you have a daughter and some grandchildren. Yes. Okay. Does the daughter have like a boyfriend or have a ex-husband or something? Because there's like a man. Okay, if there's a man or somebody coming in 2013 around her, some kind of relationship, or somebody, either she's dating or somebody from her past that's coming back. Okay, got to see you involved with that. I don't want you stressing yourself out so much about this. I see you at night worrying, stressing, and you just don't. If there's nothing you can do about it, then why worry about it? You know what I mean? I kind of want you to take care of you a little bit, okay? And there's going to be a money situation, Denise, in February around them in 2013, but it will be resolved. So I do see that she'll be getting some money, after February 2013. Okay. And then I just see it kind of like plug it. Yeah, Denise, and I see it kind of like plugging away after the second half, just living your life. Okay. Do you have a specific question?
No, I just wanted to make sure that all of her medical and her Social Security and everything will be taken care of. And
yes, it will. From February, yes, Denise, from February 2013 onward, I do see the money stabilizing. Okay? Yes, absolutely.
Thank goodness.
Yep.
Well, thanks for calling in, Lady A, and God bless.
God bless you too.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. If you want to call in and ask a question, try to have a question ready. It's 732-707-7709. And just give us time to clear out the caller ahead of you, because we can only take one call at a time, and you know, it gets confusing and everything. Catherine has a question in the chat. Catherine is 54. She's a Leo. What will be her next job?
Okay. Well, first of all, we talked about Leo, so Catherine's going to get a good year in 2013. Okay?
There you go.
Okay. All right. Ask Catherine, is she working now?
She can hear you, so I'll have to wait for her to post it.
Okay. Catherine, are you working now?
I have to wait.
Okay. Okay, what I'm getting, Mo, you know, while she's typing...
Yes, she's working now.
Okay. I do see that that whatever she's doing now, that, you know, that's kind of like waning or fading in 2013. I do feel that she's going to get a job that she loves, or a job that she's been, you know, kind of praying for more towards the end of 2013. But in the meantime, I see it taking some little jobs just to get... There's something like a heart's desire that she has, or something that she's been you know, wanting to do for a very long time. 2013 is going to give her the opportunity at the second half of the year, Mo. But in the meantime, I do feel the one job she's at now is kind of like waning or changing, and she may be working another little job to get to her heart's desire. I will let you know I get a better vibe in 2014 with this, and that she is, you know, working this new job. Yeah, she's working this new job steady in 2014. But 2013 is going to be her year to close out the old and bring in the new. And Tarot's not telling me specifically what she's going to be doing, but it's something that she has been thinking about, praying about, and something that's her heart's desire. That's another thing, Mo. Leo's, especially like the soul's purpose, you know, she's going to be actually, you know, working on her soul's purpose and her reason for being here. So congratulations to her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
While we're waiting, in case somebody wants to call in again, it's 732-707-7709, and you just call the number, and Matthew will pick it up, and you can ask Cheryl whatever you need to ask. She's very approachable, and like I said, she's very good. But you started reading me earlier tonight, and let me ask you a couple of personal questions. My health.
Okay.
I'm Taurus, you know, so.
Yep. Mo, you're going to tell me how old you are on the air?
Sure, I'm 60.
Okay. Okay.
But you already knew that.
Yeah. Okay, Mo, well, you're going to fall in love with a sheep herder. That's nice. No, I'm kidding. I'm
never going to get rid of that guy as long as I live. Oh,
no,
my God. That was hysterical. Oh, my God.
Okay, Mo, what I'm getting is whatever health issues you're having now and dealing with, I do see you, like, continuing on with that until March, April of 2013, and then I see your health really improving. Okay, I know I did, like, your reading last year with your health, and, you know, I had, like, labored breathing, you know, when I was, like, talking to you last year, but after March of 2013, or March, April 2013, I feel like your breath is better. So whatever's going on with respiratory with you. Now, Mo, do you have something with your blood pressure? I'm getting, like, blood. What's going on with that? Do you have blood pressure?
No, I've never had a problem with my blood pressure. I mean,
okay, I want you to watch
an accident, but that's it.
Okay, I want you to watch your blood pressure in 2013. I want you to get yourself checked often, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I do see something where it's like, oh, really, my blood pressure's... I want you to watch your blood pressure, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Generally, you're taking a lot better care of yourself than you used to in the past, too. So you either changed your health regimen in 2012, or I mean, I get the 10 of Cups, which, you know, means, you know, decent health. And, you know, whatever you have, you're dealing with, and it's getting, if it's not cured, it's getting better, or you're dealing with it. But now it's almost like the blood pressure thing's going to be thrown at you, or something with your blood pressure, something going on there. So, be careful of that.
Mm-hmm.
And, Mo, are you on medications now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for
I
pain.
do see a change in medications, but you may even be pulling back a little bit on the medications, which is good. Okay, and you got to sleep a little bit better, Mo, and you got to watch your anxiety, stress, okay, because that can manifest itself in the physical. Okay? And again, I just kind of like deal with what you're dealing with until March of April 2013, and then I see a lot, things. So you're going to say, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better.
Yeah. And I've been approached by a number of friends to write a book. And I already even have the title, Scared to Boredom. But I just can't seem to get myself in gear. Do you see me doing any better in 2013?
Okay, I'm going to throw the cards about your book and see what's going to be happening there. While we're talking about that, Mo, everybody out there, I do see like publishing truly changing, and I got this vision a while ago. I know a lot of people when they write books, Mo, they want to have the book in their hand, they want a publisher, and they want to feel the cover and the hardcover and everything. But Mo, I'm going to give you advice like I give everybody else. If you're going to write a book, make sure it's like Amazon, online, the Nook. Make sure you get into the new age of technology with this self-publishing, and you'll be surprised how successful a book can be, through your own efforts or through, the online stuff, okay? I know a lot of people want their own books in their hands, but, okay, so that's something right away, anybody that's thinking of writing a book, that's the option that you need to look into, okay? Okay, now, Mo, this book that you're writing, it's almost like an autobiographical or something. You're going in the past. I see you like going in the past with this, or your own personal past, or your own
my own trip through this world. Yeah, but it's going to be to help people with unexplained phenomena and stop all this craziness.
Yeah. I do see you like explaining how things were, like I said, in the past, and how things were like working in the past, and like you said, and now how things how you can deal with it now. Okay, now Mo, one thing about I feel you can write it, and I feel it'd be a very good book. You have to watch the cost of this. Okay, maybe the initial cost. I think you have the talent, and I think it would come very easily for you to write. It's just the initial cost of getting that book together. I see there's like a financial. You may have to maybe ask people for, like, I don't know, do a fundraiser, or ask, some people to donate or chip in, for you to help publish your book. But this is actually August 2013 and onwards. Cheryl is saying that's a good time for you to start. Stick to it, Mo. I mean, you're a Taurus, so, you can, sit there and stick to it. Don't be distracted by the people in your life. And so, you know what I mean? Once you start it now, continue on. And I do see it's going to take you a little while from August 2013 to maybe if you start then, it's going to take you about a year until you get everything. Well, you're a little bit of a perfectionist on this, until you get everything right, okay?
Yeah, I don't want to bore people, I don't want to make it a tell-all. But, all this craziness, they're just dead people, get over it, and I'm trying to get that out there for people to understand this,
And, but you're also, as you're writing this book, Mo, just keep in mind that you're also going to have to promote this book, and so that's part of your time, too, okay? So Cheryl is saying this will take like a 3-year period until you actually write it, get the money together to publish it, and then get out there and, promote it. So there's a 3-year period, but absolutely can happen. Absolutely.
Okay. We have to go to break, and I'm going to give you the number, but don't call the call number till after the break, because you'll just be sitting in a little room listening to elevator music. It's 732-707-7709. If you want to call in and get a reading, if you have a specific question, if you've already been read and you're in the chat room, that's okay. If you've got another question, because I was read earlier, and then these two things kind of struck me, and my health is absolutely atrocious. So I just thought I'd find out if I'm going to be alive to write this book.
Yes, you will.
I'm going to tell you, today's one of those days where I wonder. But hopefully after the commercials, you will get a really good chuckle out of Larry the Cable Guy and his Christmas story. And we'll be right back.
GameCon Radio, your music source for the gaming community.
Yes? Hi, I'm here for the New York Ghost Tour. Sorry, we're closed. But you can come back next week. Next week? Forget that. I'll just go check out another place. Trust me, there's no place half as interesting as ours, dear. That's so not true. What about the Shanley Hotel in Napanock? Once you've been to one haunted hotel, you've been to them all. Not like this place. The Shanley Hotel dates back to 1845, and since then it's been a hotspot for paranormal activity. Mysterious music, smells, whistling, doors opening, footsteps, almost everything you can imagine has been experienced at that hotel. It's open to the public? Absolutely. Sal and Cindy, the owners of the hotel, welcome people for regular stays or investigations, and their rates are beyond reasonable. They even offer workshops and in-house psychics. How did you learn about this place? By visiting www.shanleyhotel.com. You can get history, investigation info, and much more. Thanks, I think I will. Just don't tell any of our customers. Your secret's safe with me. It's not.
Welcome back to Mo Banshee's Lair, Visionary Talk Radio on GameCon Radio, and I hope you really enjoyed that Larry the Cable Christmas story. Our shows are always put on Podomatic. If you look on Podomatic, Mo Banshee, I put the most recent, and I try to keep the top 12, most recent there. But I also put them on YouTube. The only difference between Podomatic and YouTube is you can download the show off of Podomatic, and you can keep it forever, and you can hear the music that we play. When you go to YouTube, I have to remove the music because even though we have the rights to play the music, they want to charge me $3,000 per show for a year for these things, and that's not happening. So when I put it on YouTube, it's still Mo Banshee. If you Google Mo Banshee, the YouTube and Podomatic are going to come up, and you can listen to them on both. And I'd appreciate it if you send it around. I think we've got one of the best internet radio shows around, and I can't say enough to GameCon Radio for carrying us. They've been a very good home for us over the years, and we are family, and I can't tell you what their friendship means to us. And so if you ever want to get a hold of me, you have an idea for a guest that you want to hear, I'm at asylumsgate.com. And you can get me there. It's a free registration. It's a site that's dedicated to anomalous topics. My show is not always dedicated. It's whatever interests me. And speaking of what interests me, next week's guest, before we get on with all of this, is going to be Ansel Faraz, and he is working with Jerry Lacey, who is a veteran actor, and they made a movie called Dr. Mabuse. And Dr. Mabuse is not, a nice guy. This is in the genre of the old Boris Karloff type of things. These are really cool. This movie is going to be awesome. It's going to be like, the old wicked, nasty guy that everybody's afraid of, like the magician type thing, Dr. Mabuse. And Ansel is going to come on next week and talk about the movie. We're going to have some soundtrack music. Jerry Lacey is just an awesome actor. You'll remember him from Play It Again, Sam. He did what's his name? Play It Again. Humphrey Bogart. Bogart. Sorry, I went brain dead. He has done the best Humphrey Bogart I've ever seen. So Jerry Lacey and he's gorgeous to look at. There is no way around that. Anybody can call in for a reading. Just like I said, give us enough time to clear out the caller that's there, and then call the number. And it's 732-707-7709. And we do have another question here. Catherine 54 Leo, she has another question. She's tired of dating. Do you see a man in her life which might be permanent?
Okay. All right.
Or at least, promising, I guess.
Okay. Okay. I don't see a permanent man in 2013 for Catherine. She's had her share of she's had her problems and issues with love. Okay, and again, we had talked a little bit about Leo and how passionate they really are in life, and I don't see a permanent someone coming for her in 2013. However, she's definitely changed her type of man, which is great. Okay, so let's give her a thumbs up for that.
You're right.
But I do feel somebody younger. So how old's Kat? I'm not saying she's a cougar, but I'm just saying this one's younger.
She's 54, and I'm going to tell you, Catherine, if you can get a younger guy, whoa, go girl.
Yep, I feel either Catherine looks younger or herself, but I do feel this man's 40, 44, 45 around there. Tall. I don't know if she likes him tall. This man's tall, about a medium build. And Tara's also saying she's 54 now. I do see her having one more major relationship, Mo, in 3 years. Okay, but before then, I do feel she's going to be dating and having a little fun. And again, I feel that the universe is going to be bringing her younger. I see, three of them, 3 younger men.
Ooh.
So she's going to be dating and just keeping it a little on the casual side until the 3rd year, and then I feel she actually meets the one that she's going to settle down with, and that's going to be it, though, Catherine. Okay, so you will have somebody for the second half, but it might be more of a companion, kindred spirit. I don't know if it's going to be a major marriage, like the traditional marriage, but 3 years, yep. 3 years. But in the meantime, enjoy some of these younger ones that are coming around.
Okay, and we do have another question from Jimmy, Libra 23. Does it look like he might be getting back with his ex-girlfriend?
Okay. All right. And that's JD. That was one that was JD that you talked about before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, JD.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I just have a good vibe about him, Mo. I think he's going to be very, very successful in this life. I really think he's got his act together, even though he's a young man. I'm getting a great vibe on him. Okay, hold on. JD, I don't see you jumping. I don't see you jumping at this. I see you really pulling back a little bit. She must have been a very feminine girl, very pretty, but I don't feel she's the right one for you. And I do see the next. I get the 3 around this JD, which is the next 3 months. Don't commit yourself for the next 3 months. So Mo, that's what January, February, March of 2013 until you actually don't do anything. Don't change the relationship. Keep it as it is until March of 2013, and then if you have a change of heart. You can go forward there. I don't see you doing it. I really don't. I think you're going to be involved with your work and just kind of moving on with your life. She really hurt him. I get somebody heartbreak, heartache. I get the 3 of Swords in his deck, which means heartache, heartbreak, disappointment. And there's somebody out there for you, JD. It's just not this particular person. So,
yeah.
And what's his sun sign again, Mo? He's a...
oh God, it's up top. I gotta scroll back and find it. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, JD. Yeah.
Libra.
No,
He's a Libra.
Okay. Yeah, Libra, 12th house. Remember we talked about that Saturn, 12th house. People from the past, putting a period on it, moving on for the next 2 years. Whatever doesn't work, you can't make something that's not there. And Saturn won't let you, so again, just put a period on it, move on. And JD, in the next 2 years, Saturn goes into your 1st house of new beginnings, fresh starts, new loves, and things like that. Mm-hmm. Okay?
I would just like to add 23 compared to my years on this earth, you're just a baby. And you know what? sample a lot of flowers before you buy one of the, plants. You've got time. I always call it Jack Frost syndrome. In the story Jack Frost, you know that, Cheryl, where Father Winter says you gotta get a job, you gotta get a house, get a horse, you gotta get money, and then you find a woman to make it all worth your while.
Well, he's very, very ambitious. He's really going to be putting his, his eyes are like to the future. And, and then if push comes to shove, JD, go over to Ireland and find a sheep herder. You can find your own.
His name is Thomas, and he's over by, some bar called Gainers. The name should have tipped me off. I know people, and Gainers are unusual people. So wow, there's a sheep herder out there, but you don't want him. He's too old for you. Anyway, you're bad. Okay, you threw me with that one. Okay, so that's a good question for everybody. Let me see. I think there was another. Oh yeah. We have a person in the chat that's asking a question. And I can't bring it up, so shame on me. I can't get my thing to move the chat. Where do spirits cross over to?
Okay, where do spirits, are they talking about the other side?
I'm assuming that's where this is going, yes.
Okay. Well, the other side is our true home. Some people call it heaven. Sometimes the spirit crosses right away, and Mo, you can tell them more about like earthbound spirits and ghosts and the ones that don't cross right away. But where do the spirits go? We actually go home. We actually go to our real home, our true home, which is the other side, and it's more like life than what you would think. It's not what you see in the movies, that's for sure. But Mo, you can talk about better about the earthbound spirits and the ghosts.
Yeah, I have to say that I can only go by what I've experienced, and I have been declared dead, and the one time nothing happened, I don't remember anything of it, the next time I was met by somebody, and we talked like we had known each other forever. Now, if you're a religious person, you're going to sit there and say, well, you pass over to go to heaven. And if you're not religious, you're going to have your own belief. When people sit there and say to me, I help people pass over to go to heaven, I always ask the same question. Are you telling me that God can't do his job? God doesn't need me to pass over spirits. There's a reason why some people stay, and that's because they're not ready to leave. And I don't like to use the expression unfinished business. That's not always what it is. A husband might wait for a wife because he's just not ready to move on without her, or vice versa. Or a parent might be concerned about their children. So when they're met and it's time to leave, it's not time for them. They're not ready. And God's not a bully. He doesn't make you have to leave. He's not a bully. When you're ready. If you're not ready, that's cool too. And if someone is afraid to go, then God will wait on that too. I don't know what heaven is. I haven't been there yet. But I suspect that heaven is just finally being with everybody and God. It's you're not going to care about any of this. You're just going to be so happy to be there. It's like being with a lover that you lost, and then suddenly there you are. I don't appreciate when I hear like the ghost whisperer, I have to help him pass over because that concept is that there is heaven. And that, to me, is saying, well, God needs some lady to go help and move these spirits over. He knows what he's doing. He absolutely knows what he's doing. And so the deal there is, if they're still here, there's a reason why they're still here. They're not ready to move on, and God's not going to make them go. And that's what happened to me. I wasn't ready, because he showed me something, and he says, so you're ready to go. And it's no secret that I'm in a great deal of physical pain. And I said, I'm tired of the pain. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to leave. And he says, that's okay. He says, but I got to show you something. And he showed me a pine forest, a mountain with pine trees on them. And when I saw them, I says, oh, look at the pine forest. No, I said, oh, look at the Christmas trees. I wish Christine could see them. And he says, you're not ready to go yet. And I asked why. He says, you can't love them like that anymore. And I realized when he said it, what he was telling me. And what he was telling me, and my chat is completely froze up. So what he was basically telling me was, I have to be able to walk away without turning back, like Lot's wife. I use that analogy a lot. You have to be like able to walk and not look back and not care about what's going on there. And that's the big thing. And if you're not, you're not. Well, he said to me he was going to leave me there a while. And he says, when you wake up, you're going to be in great pain, and your pain is going to be worse and worse as time goes by. I woke up in the middle of a heart attack, and my pain has been, I have shattered discs in my back. My neck had been broke. My back had been broke. My knee shattered. So I have an artificial knee. That's a failure. I have MS, and I have lupus. And so I am in a lot of physical pain all the time. But I said it's funny, because I said to Teddy yesterday, I am in so much more pain than I was a few years ago. So he was right. I was going to be in a lot more pain. But see, I wasn't ready to leave yet. You can't look back. And that's what, when people tell me, oh, I have to help the spirit pass over. No, you don't. That's God's job, and that's not our job. And if the person doesn't believe in God, God will let them stay until they're ready. And then eventually, if they decide they're tired of hanging around here, they'll go. So that's the best answer I can give anybody. I got to try to start up this.
Okay, well, while you were talking about God, Mo, I want to give some people some future predictions. I don't, that I got that may not be 2013.
Yeah.
But while we're talking, a little bit about God, I did get a clear vision about the Catholic Church. There's going to be some kind of shakeup in 2 years. Now, this could be the death of the Pope, or this could be a major shakeup in the Catholic Church in 2 years. Okay, so keep your eye on the Catholic Church. Also, I did see in 2014, Mo, possibly 2015, the state of Texas. I see a lot of unrest in the state of Texas. I see a lot of violence breaking out in the state of Texas. I see emotions bubbling over in the state of Texas. Okay, so please be aware of that. If you're thinking of moving to Texas, or I see something going on there in Texas, around 2014, 2015. And also, Mo, we had talked a little bit briefly about people moving out of the cities, moving out of, I said, New York City. But I see all the cities, that people are starting to move out. It's a little too expensive for people to live in anymore. You might go to see a show, you might, go to a great restaurant, but the actual, living of the cities, I see a lot of people kind of, moving away from that, just saying, listen, I can't afford it anymore. Okay, so I want to give you some of that.
Yeah, let's, you said maybe a peak. We've got 3 minutes before we go to commercial again. A peak of 2014.
Well, 2014, again, again, we talked about the cities and people starting to move out of the cities. Civil unrest. Again, civil, and this is all throughout the whole world, Mo. Okay,
Yeah.
I see like also in 2014, I do feel Egypt. A lot of Egypt, it just implodes. Also talking about countries that implode, I feel China implodes in like 2014. So this is all like inner structure. So anybody that wants to go see Egypt or want to see the pyramids, if you're going to go before 2014. And that's just some of the things that I was shown for like 2014. Some future trends, and it's not really 2014, but I did see like movie theaters. We're not going to actually be sitting in seats anymore. We're actually going to be part of the movie, which I think is pretty cool. This is all like age of technology stuff, Mo. Like we're going to actually be part of the movie. I also saw a cure for migraine headaches. I saw like a light. And technology people can help me out here. I'm not a technical person, but they did show me like it's going to be light therapy, something to do with like lights in the eyes that alleviates like the migraine, cures migraine. And I actually do see a cure for that. What else in 2014? Libraries. I did see like libraries and schools being like online. Eventually, I do feel they're not going to have like school. I think it's all going to be online stuff, online schools, and it's all going to which is not really a good thing because it's going to isolate people a little bit more than they should be isolated, and that's okay, and that's I'm trying to think of some of the other visions, future visions that I had.
When you we're going to go to break in a minute, but when you have a vision, how does it happen?
It happens at the worst possible times, Mo. I literally have to stop, and I'm seeing something, and I have to write it down. I'm being shown something. It's literally like, the third eye. You're inside of your head there. Like my eyes don't cloud over, but I see it in my third eye. And then my guides do speak to me, and they say, write this down. This is what's going to happen, and I get it actually in bits and pieces. So by the time I'm ready for my 2014, I'll have all the information that I'll need. So the actual visions and the predictions I get through the visions, and then I clarify them through tarot or through my guides.
Okay, Spooky. Put your question in the chat, and Matt's watching it because my chat crashed. And during the break, we'll bring mine back up, and then we'll ask Cheryl Lynn when we come back. Our last song of our break is going to be Santa's Stuck in the Hole of Our Teepee, and we'll be right back. This is GameCon Radio. We're rocking your world.
You are listening to GameCon Radio.
You've got questions.
Who are we? Where do we come from?
Are we alone in the universe?
Is there life after death?
Where can I take a class and really learn about demonology? Now, get the answers. For a decade, the American Institute of Metaphysics has offered the ultimate in courses designed to serve as the foundation in your search for life's questions. The courses cover a variety of subject areas and consist of wide-ranging alternative sciences, theories, and philosophies. Each course comes complete with textbooks, work materials, and instructions. The courses allow you the freedom to pursue your own areas of interest according to your schedule. Whether it's UFOs, life after death, demonology, cryptozoology, and more, you've got questions. We've got answers. Visit www.instituteofmetaphysics.com or call 877-623-3241 and start your search now.
There's a funny fat man in a silly red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee. There's a funny fat man in a silly red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee. Ho, 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 he thinks he's talking Indian. No, 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 ain't no way we'll let him in. Not no funny fat man in a silly red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee. Grandma's skinning his deer and Grandpa's cooking up the meat from the funny fat man in the silly red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee. Ho, 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 he thinks he's talking Indian. No, 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 ain't no way we'll let him in. Not no funny fat man in a silly red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee. Auntie's taking his boots and Uncle's stripping down the sled of the funny fat man in a silly red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee. Ho, 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 he thinks he's talking Indian. No, 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 ain't no way we'll let him in. Not no funny fat man in a silly red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee. Ching, 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 the sound of money coming in from the pawning of the toys of the funny fat man in a silly red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee. Ho, 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 he thinks he's talking Indian. No, 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 ain't no way we'll let him in. Not no funny fat man in a silly red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee. Ho, 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 he thinks he's talking Indian. No, 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 ain't no way we'll let him in. Not no funny fat man in a silly red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee. Stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee.
Welcome back to Mo Banshee's Lair, Visionary Talk Radio on GameConRadio.com. Cheryl Lynn, a psychic, a good friend of mine, and she is amazingly accurate, is on tonight. If you want to call, we've got 30 more minutes, 732-707-7709. Just give us a minute to get the other callers out of the way, so when you hear us, hang up with a caller, then, please feel free to call. We just tell them where they can find you before we bring Jessica on.
Okay, if you would like your own personal reading, I do phone readings, email readings, and if you're in the tri-state area, I can actually come to you or come to your home. Please give me a call at 484-221-9620. That's 484-221-9620, and we can set up an appointment. Because of my Hurricane Sandy prediction, and because I have 60,000 plus hits on my YouTube for the 2012 and 2013 predictions, my reading schedule is like really filling up. So please, if you'd like to talk to me in 2013, again, give me a call. That's the best way of reaching me. Also in 2013, my website, www.whiterose-productions.com. We're going to be changing that over where people can, use PayPal and things like that. It'll make it more convenient. We're going to update the website. So I'm excited about that, Mo. And again, just give me a call. I can do phone readings, email readings, personal readings. I'm available for parties and also tarot salons and tarot home parties and psychic salons. So 2013 is looking exciting, Mo.
Yes, you can find her, a link to her on my Facebook. She's in my friends, Cheryl Lynn, and you can get a hold of her Facebook that way, too. Mm-hmm. We have a caller on the line, Jessica, and Jessica's asking about a kitten.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Hi. Now, Jessica, please repeat. I mean, you called prior to this, but please repeat so everybody can hear your question.
Okay, I recently adopted a kitten, and it was washed up from Hurricane Sandy on a boat, and a cleanup crew found her, and she's only about 4 weeks old, and she's too young to be tested for anything when I brought her to the vet. So I just wanted to know if she was going to be healthy in a few weeks when I take her back in my life for a while.
Yes, her physical health is very good. However, she is traumatized. Okay, so she might be acting a little strange for a while. Okay, but I do feel that she'll get over that as well. No, you were meant to be with her. Okay, and she's going to be with you a long time. She's going to be a good companion for you, and very, very sweet. Just a little traumatized about everything that was happening. And, eventually she'll come around, and, she's very, very, her physical health is very good, okay? And like most cats, she's going to have her own, she's going to be a very independent cat, once she gets a little bit older, and, she's fine, she's fine.
Oh,
okay.
Good.
And thank you for taking her in. Is she on a bottle yet? Are you using a bottle with her?
She just started eating food. She just started eating wet food, the kitten food. That's why I got it. The girl's father who found her, they had them. There's 4 of them. They were bottle feeding them. Actually, 2 of them need homes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you for taking her. And, anybody that's doing this, God bless you. And I'm glad you're going to be you're a good person for her. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you
Thank
naming
you.
her? You don't know what you're naming her?
I think I want to name her Star. My other cat's name is Luna, and they're both all black, so.
Mm-hmm. Can you?
Well, that's great.
So are the eyes a different color? I mean, do you know how you're going to tell them apart when they're both the same size?
Well, the other one, actually, I adopted too. She's got her one ear doesn't move, and her eye, she blinks from the bottom. She's missing her front canines are broken. She was in some sort of accident, so I think it'll work out.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and good luck with the kitten, and thank you for adopting her. We have another question, and it's from Pinky, but I can't remember what her name was. And she's asking about her love life, with whom, let's see, let me see if I can, I just want to know, Jennifer is asking, let me bring it back up, and it froze again. What is with this chat tonight? But they want to know about the love life now, who I am with, and if it's going to last. I didn't feel right putting it out in the public, but that's the only way I can ask. Do you think Jennifer's love life is going to...
Okay, well, how old is Jennifer, and what's her astrological sign?
I don't know. I got to see if I can bring it up again. If you could put that back up for us, Jennifer, because I can't bring it up on the chat again. It's too far past. Yeah, it's up too far on the chat. I can't get to it.
Okay, I'll just...
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. I feel she's older, or I feel she's not... It's not
38
like a
Aquarius. 38
okay.
Aquarius. She already called him once, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Jennifer. Okay, what was her question, Mo? She wants to know if this relationship is going to last?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel it will. I feel it's a stalemate. It's stale. There's too many problems, too many past problems, too many issues. I do feel that they're going to try to work on this or try to give it one last go in 2013. But I don't. They may even hang on for the next. I get the 3 around this, Mo. That they may Jennifer may hang on the next 3 years, or this relationship is 3 years, or something would happen in 3 years. But after that, I don't see her with this particular person. Unfortunately, she will love again. There will be another love for her. It's just, neither one of them are bad people. They don't mix well. They don't mix well. Yeah, it's just not a good mix. But there is somebody coming for her down the line. Okay.
Yeah, we can really fall head over heels for somebody, but it's just not going to work, And And my mother was Irish, and she used to say, you made your bed, sleep in it. And I one time turned around and says, yeah, but there's nothing in there that says we can't change the sheets. So I just call it changing the sheets, and every now and again, these things have to be done. So, that's the way life is. Danielle has another question, 52, Scorpio. She's been trying to find out if her grandpa, Frank Weaver, was an Indian. I'm assuming an American Indian.
Okay. Okay, he's on the other side, correct?
Yes.
He has to be, right? Yeah,
yes.
Okay. All right. And what was her question? She wants to know if he was an American Indian?
Yeah.
A quarter of them. He's saying a quarter of them. So there's some parts that are Indian, but he's not full on. Okay. Mm-hmm. So there's some in there, but not like full on like Indian. Okay. So there's other nationalities in there. Okay.
Spooky UK, you had a question, but I can't find it. Could you just rewrite it for me again so I can find it? Because I can't seem to find it anywhere. It only lets me go up so far. Yeah, the one thing that's a blessing in my family is we're known as New Americans. You know what I mean? We weren't here during the Pilgrims or the Civil War or anything, so we know where everybody came from. That's the good news. When I went over to Ireland, I was talking to the bus driver, and he says, so what's the family? And over here they call it Ruane, over there it's Ruan. And he smiled and he says, liars and horse thieves, every one of them. I says, you're probably right. Spooky, if you could rewrite that question, I'd appreciate it, because I need it. So, let's talk about are you still doing the skits, the little plays that you do, the mysteries?
Yeah, I used to do I do the murder mystery dinner theaters. Now that's changed a little bit for me, Mo. I do have bookings for that in 2013. However, the universe is the psychic Cheryl Lynn stuff's really taking off. So that's where for the first half of my life I did the murder mystery shows. Now I'm going to be 50 years old in May. So my second half of my life, I'm doing like the psychic Cheryl Lynn. That's, the roads and the path that I'm supposed to be on. And I'm supposed to continue to do the predictions, do readings for people. It's a healing. I am a healer. This is my way of healing, through the cards. So that's been recently shown to me. But I still do the murder mystery shows. I don't really call places or try to book places anymore like I did in the past. But what I'm noticing is I'm getting a lot of phone calls from new venues, like fundraisers, like the no-kill shelters, like there's a no-kill shelter that I'm going to be doing a fundraiser show for. I guess they lost everything and they need to rebuild. They have dogs and cats, and they need to make some nice money, to help rebuild this shelter for the animals. And so the universe is actually bringing in like a lot of charities. Some churches too, and so I have new show. I have a new show coming up called Class Reunion SmackDown. That's going to be my new show in 2013, and talking about Jersey Shore. We're going to be spoofing some of the Jersey Shore people and New Jersey, and the characters from Bayonne, New Jersey. I do like a Snooki character. I have the big coop and everything, and I enjoy doing that. It's a lot of fun. But
it is. It's a lot of fun.
And but it's changing now into like charities, fundraisers, making money for people. And like I said, I'm not really like pushing, like calling places and putting my energy into that. But my phone's been ringing. I have a nice tour schedule coming up in 2013. But the universe wants me to focus now on the psychic Cheryl Lynn stuff, so that's what I'm doing. And but I enjoy doing the murder mysteries, and I like making money, for fundraisers like that and charities.
Yeah. Yeah, they're funny. Okay, here's the question from Spooky UK. If people reincarnate, how come psychics can still contact them on the other side? How come they say so and so is doing fine? Wouldn't some of them be unreachable?
Okay, yeah. If they reincarnate, we all reincarnate. Most of us now are in our last lives. If someone has come back, looped back into life, or come back into life, then they can't. A psychic can't communicate with them because they are back in life. Okay, and sometimes you'll hear a psychic say they're in vitro. Okay, which means we really can't communicate with them. But if they're not, in vitro, they're not, en route back into life. But if they're earthbound, if they're on the other side, a psychic can communicate with them. But Spooky's absolutely right. You cannot, if someone's in vitro or somebody loops back into this life. Also, if they're a dark entity, sometimes you can't, dark spirit or dark entity, you can't communicate with them in life,
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, Hitler, or, when we talk to Hitler, or, something like that, because they're on another plane. They're not on the other side. They're not over there. So, yeah, but Spooky's absolutely right. If, someone's in vitro, you can't really communicate with them.
Doodle Bump is asking, do they reincarnate? And of course, you're going to get two opinions here, because I personally don't believe in reincarnation, but Cheryl.
Well, we come back, Mo.
Yeah.
We perfect ourselves. For God, we perfect ourselves, and we walk our path.
Oh, I got to tell you, that sucks, because one time around this party is enough for me. I really don't want
to. Most of us are in our last lives. We truly are.
Stan 58 is asking, oh, good grief, if he has any American Indian in his ancestors, and if so, do you have a tribe? Do you think there's a tribe that you can pin?
Stan, okay.
Hang on, let me bring it back up. Yeah, he's a Sagittarius, 58 years old.
I'm getting no.
No?
No, I'm not getting like American Indian around him, or no.
Huh.
No. I don't know what to tell you. Taro's just saying no. Sometimes my guys just say no.
No?
I'm getting a chuckle. Yeah, I'm getting a chuckle.
Yeah. Okay, so they don't want you to know. And he says you are correct. Shame on you, Stan. Okay, I had a question. I have to scroll up because, what happened to that question? Do they reincarnate? But you kind of answered that.
I can give what I've been given through my guides and
Mm-hmm.
the lessons that I've been taught, and again I'm a natural born psychic down to my dad's line, so I've been this stuff has been like revealed to me as a child, like onward as well. I do believe that we reincarnate, that we come back here several lives. I do believe that the Earth is the toughest planet. It basically is a negative planet. And, this is our boot camp, our tough camp, and we're trying to perfect ourselves for God. And that's what basically, we all have our own paths to walk and our own life purposes. But to perfect ourselves and then, go back to the other side. And there's other planets out there that we perfect ourselves on as well, but they're not as difficult, okay? You perfect yourself faster here on Earth. Mm-hmm. And... and then, but most of us, again, are on our last lives,
And that's the question Doodle Bump is asking, why are most of us in our last lives?
Well, because I feel that the planet's changing and that the soul, it's getting to be pretty rough, and I don't feel that the souls really want to come back. After a while, just like you said, Mo, you get tired of it. Mm-hmm. And, I just feel like some people have had enough. We are the strongest souls. The people that are here now, we are the strongest souls to perfect ourselves or to come back here on this earth. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely believe one time around this world is enough for anybody. Doodle Dump is also asking, is a sociopath a dark soul?
Yes.
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 Yeah. I think the entire world kind of understands a sociopath is a person that has no compassion, like negative trait is saying, unable to feel others, no empathy for others. A sociopath, everything in life is directed at them. It's about their needs, their wants. They are almost like everybody else is inconsequential to them.
Yeah. Well, I was shown that there's children of the light, and then we have the gray entities and the dark entities. And there's a lot of gray entities around here, too, Mo. People that just are on the fence about God and you know what I mean? And you know what? You sense, we being the children of light, we kind of sense them in this earth anyway. The earth is actually their playground, the dark entities and the gray entities. So we're just kind of like walking our path here on this earth, perfecting ourselves. But our true home, again, like I said, is on the other side. So yeah, to answer the person's question, any dark entity, psychopath, anything, they're yes. Yeah, they move right back into this earth.
If somebody, one thing that drives me nuts is since all this garbage on TV with all these shows about, I'm a psychic, I must get 100 emails a day, Mo, I sense things, Mo, I'm a psychic, and stuff. And I wish I could look at everybody and say, oh yeah, you're a psychic, but a lot of it's wishful thinking. But let's say somebody is pretty sure that they have a gift. What would you advise them do to hone it, to get comfortable? Because you have to be comfortable in your own skin before you can help somebody else. Yes.
Okay, well, first of all, psychics come in all shapes and sizes, and all. Everybody's story is different. Like for myself, I'm a natural-born psychic. This is, through my family, through my father's side. So I'm somebody who has always had it. We always knew when the phone was going to ring, and this is just like part of our family. Some people, Mo, there's a fantastic psychic in California. Her name is Dana Weiss, and actually she's working with the LAPD right now. But she's somebody that trained herself to be psychic. She was like, I feel this is something I'm drawn to, and she herself studied and honed her skills, and she's probably one of the best psychics out there. But she's not a natural-born psychic. This wasn't something that, like you said, Hollywood, trauma, Hollywood's drama. About being a psychic.
Yeah.
She really studied, and just like I think James Van Praagh did that too, where they studied, went to classes, meditated, and went like on a step-by-step level. And then, then there's just people over the years that it just develops. And, so everybody's different. And you will know, and God will show you things, and, especially like psychic people, you start like closing your eyes and seeing faces, or, you sense when the phone's going to ring, or, when people are going to die, or, everybody's got their own little, I can't give one example like that's a psychic.
And don't ever think that families like mothers and children and that kind of thing don't have that connection where something's going on and each other picks up on it. Because earlier this week, can I ask what? Earlier this week, I had a dream, and my father was taking me fishing, and my son had basically a dream where he was with my father. So my father came to both of us, at the same night. It's just really, there's that tie. So I'm sorry, what am I asking? What? The pumpkin. Oh, okay. I thought God said he can only do the future. I have no idea what that means.
I thought God said only he can know the future.
Oh, only he can know the future. Okay. What are your opinions on that?
What about God? Well,
Yeah,
God's the one
he
that
says,
gave me.
I thought God said only he knows the future. Jesus, says not even the Son knows, so.
Well,
What do you
I've been
think?
given these. Well, I've been given these visions, so I'm just like kind of putting it out there. And I don't really know how to respond to that, because the God's the one that's saying, I'm doing my life's purpose for God, and like I said, that my true life's purpose is healing, and through predictions and readings, I am healing people, and
right.
So for my own personal experience, I think it's important that people know, be prepared for these weather patterns and be prepared for that, and so I'm doing God's work too.
And he has always had prophets. He has always had prophets. They're as old as the beginning, So he's always had prophets, and not everybody is a prophet. And sometimes somebody will get one message in their lifetime. So that's the way it is. We're out of time. This was a fascinating show. And anything else you need to warn us about before we close out?
No, I just want to thank everybody. I had a fantastic time. Thank you for having me on again, Mo. I enjoyed the reading for everybody. Thank you so much, the people that called, the people in the chat room. Again, if you want to talk to me and have a reading, and my readings last between an hour and a half, Mo, a phone reading with me, so it's not like a quick little reading. Call me at 484-221-9620. Please check me out on YouTube. Just put in Psychic Cheryl Lynn. That's PsychicCheryl So you put that in the search, and you can see me on YouTube. I will be putting in March, April of 2013. I'll be putting all my 2014 predictions on my 2014 tarot horoscopes for all signs. And I'll be back on Mo's show then in April, too, giving you a 2014 update.
Yes,
so
I
look
have
forward
it scheduled.
to that. Yep, I look forward to that. And thank you all again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Like I said, you were on the money with your predictions. I'm going to bring it up in a second. Cheryl Lynn is going to be on April 16th. And she's going to start giving us a heads up for 2014. She'll have a clearer picture of what's going to go on. So I hope you all really enjoyed this. And like I said, check her out. And if you can't remember Cheryl Lynn, just go to my Facebook and you'll find it. Podomatic, the show's going to be up later on tonight, and YouTube, Mo Banshee. And I'll have her links there in the description, so you can go there and find her links and get in contact with her, which is awesome. And thank you so much for a wonderful show again, Cheryl.
Okay, thank you so much, and I look forward to April.
Me too. And hang in there and be safe, okay?
Okay, you too. Well, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas, you too. Thank you. Okay. All you got to do is hang up.
Okay,
again, next week we're going to have a show with Ansel Faraz, F-A-R-A-Z. He's a independent film director, and his latest project is Dr. Mabuse, and it stars Jerry Lacey. And Dr. Mabuse is not a guy you want to live next door to. He's a creepy guy. From what I understand, we're going to be playing some music from the score. We had Sarah Karloff for the 19th, but she's been ill, so I don't know if that's going to work out. If not, then we'll go to a Christmas show that week. And on the 26th, rather on the 25th, we're not going to have a show because it's Christmas, and I'm going to be spending Christmas with the family and all. And I hope everybody has a good night. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me at asylumsgate.com. If you just Google Mo Banshee, I'm going to come up someplace, and it's just like it's spelled M-O-E, Banshee. And with that, I want to thank you all for listening. God bless you all. I love you all, and have a good night. lots of money on books, on theory, and Bruce Willis made money on Armageddon, and then the other one with the, where the thing comes and hits the water and kills everybody. They're movies, they're books, they're theories. There's nothing out there to say it's actually going to happen. So stop scaring the crap out of your children. Children should not be afraid they're going to die on the 21st. If nothing else, they should be driving you nuts, asking you for presents, and when is Santa's Claus coming, and are we making cookies? And if they're Jewish, they should be getting ready for Hanukkah. Whatever your holiday is, do that. Focus away from all this nonsense, because it's really, and I'm trying to be nice here. I'm trying not to curse, but people are acting really stupid about this. I want to bring our guest on. Cheryl Lynn is a psychic, and I have to tell you, she has proven herself over time and time again to me, and that's not easy to do. Cheryl Lynn, welcome back to the lair.
Oh, well, thanks for having me back, Mo, and hi to everybody out there, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody.
Happy Holidays to you. Happy Holidays. I don't care what you celebrate. If you celebrate a cardboard box, that's cool with me. If somebody is as spooky as saying, hey, the world better not end on the 21st, 17 members of the family are going out for a meal. On the 22nd, I'm having a family gathering too, so that's it, it's done.
Yes, Mo, nobody's going to die on December 21st, 2012. The Mayan calendar, I mean, just to simplify it, they ran out of ink.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But I will tell you that it does mark, like the New Age, and it does mark like the Ascension and things like that. So things are heating up after that, astrologically. But no, there's no end of the world and Martians and stuff. Please.
It's just, people wrote books on it, on the Mayan calendar, but what none of these brilliant people did was calculate it on all the popes who changed the seasons, changed the weeks. Some weeks, for some popes, it was 7 days. Some made it 6 days. Some changed it. They took away, they changed the length of certain months. I mean, if you're going to go by that and calculate all the times that the calendar has been changed, we're already past it. We should have been blown up 400 years ago. It's just ridiculous. And people, they watch these movies and they just watch these specials, which are entertainment. And we all love to get a good scare on, but this is craziness. People are doing strange things, and it's just crazy. I don't know. You had called on a few things which have come to fruition. The first thing was, well, actually, they happened together. You had said, Mo, you're going to travel. I see some traveling in 2012, and I had nothing planned. And as it turned out, my granddaughter, it all started with her. Her other grandmother was involved in a bus trip for Ireland. And my granddaughter said, hey, instead of a Sweet 16 party, what about me, Mommy, and you, my mom, and we'll go with Grandma Helen, and we'll go to Ireland on a bus trip. And we thought that was incredibly kind, because most kids would be thinking of, the party and getting gifts and that kind of thing. People there to help. Belmar House basement cleanup. They're asking for 10 volunteers. Belmar cleanup, community cleanup, 10 volunteers. Ideal Beach, which was creamed. It was literally creamed. 30 volunteers needed to help with Ideal Beach debris, trying to help them clean it up. Union Beach, most of Union Beach is gone. But from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 20 volunteers needed. Affiliation Burners Without Borders project, clean up the beach, marshlands, areas from debris, bring gloves. Please, again, it's fortheshore.org/New Jersey projects, and I will be posting that around. There is so much that needs to be done, and it's going to fall on the shoulders of volunteers to help us. Another thing is, please, the animal shelters in New Jersey now are really struggling to take care of the displaced animals and take care of the animals that were already there. Get a hold of your local shelter in your town. They're going to need food. They're going to need, all the supplies animals need. They also need volunteers to take care of those animals. So if you can't have animals, but you really love them and you want to do something, go to your local shelter and help them out. Foster homes, use your Facebook and see if you can find foster homes for the animals in your local shelters so that they're not putting animals to sleep because of the animals that have been displaced. There's a whole lot of stuff that needs to be done in New Jersey, and God willing, one thing about New Jersey, we are a state of immigrants. Ellis Island, people stepped off Ellis Island, went into New York and New Jersey, and we are the immigrants. And one thing is, we have strong backs and we've never been afraid to work. So we will come back out of this in no time. It's going to take time, but I mean, considering the damage, I think it's going to be wonderful the way we rally. I think we're really going to impress some people. AOL posted something today, which I cannot stress enough that I agree with. NASA is calling for people to stop scaring children over 2012. It's kind of getting out of hand at this point. And they're saying that this Mayan calendar prediction apocalypse is not going to happen on the 21st. If it does, it'll be the biggest long shot coming and going, because there's nothing to show any reason for it happen. There's no hidden planet sneaking up on Earth. NASA knows, and believe me, if they thought there was a planet that was going to hit us, NASA scientists would have already figured out a way to get out of Dodge. They're not stupid, these guys, There's no doomsday typey thing going on. What's going to happen is people who are really stupid are going to end up doing strange things, hurting their families because they're afraid of whatever's going to happen. Martians coming, a Planet X hitting us, and that's where the danger is. Please, people, if you know anybody who's going over the edge and you're afraid they might hurt their family or themselves, contact authorities. This is getting serious. It's a bunch of garbage. These people made...
The opinions and views expressed in the following presentation do not necessarily reflect those of GameCon Radio or its affiliates.
Mo Banshee's Lair, Visionary Talk Radio on GameConRadio.com. We rock your world.
Welcome to Mo Banshee's Lair, Visionary Talk Radio on GameConRadio.com. We rock your world. Tonight I'm going to rock your world with a good friend of ours, Cheryl Lynn, who is a psychic. She's also in the entertainment business. But I have to tell you, this lady has continually impressed me, and those of you who know me, I'm not impressed easily. I want to welcome everybody that's in the chat room, everybody listening on Players. We will be opening the call numbers as soon as we get Cheryl, going, and I'll give you the number in a few minutes. I hope everybody's day is going well, and everybody's doing as good as can be expected in 2012, which I'm not going to be real sorry to see leave. We have some news. I know everybody is aware that by now that's listened. That's Cheryl Lynn. That's God bless you. We're still really struggling with the hurricane effects out here. And so there's a site, and it's the HTTP is fortheshore.org/NJ projects. And anybody who's looking to donate, anybody who's able-bodied, who thinks that they can help people that are in the Jersey Shore area that are struggling to try to clean up the wreckage and even our beaches and everything that needs to be taken care of, you can go to that site, and it's listing days for things like, let's see, Monmouth County, Keyport Beach Cleanup Day, from end to end, 11 a.m. To 2 p.m., and that's on December 8th. You can go to Keyport and help them clean up. You meet up on Cedar Street, and Keyport is only 2 miles from me, and meet on Cedar Street and at the Benjamin Terry Park, the end of the block, and volunteers are needed, 6 volunteers, dress for the weather, and then Bayshore Waterfront Park, cleanup beach, they need 50. That's amazing.
And, like it's funny now, you're just kind of like, I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek here, Mo. We're talking about these storms, and I do see in 2014, I do see New York City, I do see people starting to actually move out of the city. I see people saying we've had enough. Mm-hmm. So I do see New York City change, and I see people working in New York City, but as far as living in New York City, they're moving out. I really feel it. They've had enough. Yeah, New York's going to keep getting hit, even more so than Jersey. So, I hate to say that, but I want to warn everybody.
Yeah, we're not trying to scare people.
No, I just want to let them know.
Yeah, we don't want to scare people, but what has happened in New York City, unfortunately, and all the cities here, and there's this show, and I love it, and I can never remember the name of it, but the guy is a historian, and he takes you through all New York and all the oranges and all, and he shows you what it was like during the Revolutionary War, and then he shows you now the exact same area. And a lot of these ravines and stuff where there were big battles with, the people on one side, the British on the other and all, they were the natural way water ran out of those areas. But now they have roads in them. You know how you ride down the Parkway and you go through all those roads in New York and you're looking up at the buildings? That's because that originally was a ravine, and now it's got all these highways and everything in it. There's no place for this water to go anymore. And they took away a lot of the natural protection, and that's a real shame. That's one of the big dangers of the cities. And people say, well, we're not near the water, but they haven't left any place for the water to go, the people that built the cities. So that's a huge problem. My problem is, as a crow flies, I'm only 2 miles from the water. So that's my
problem. You'll survive. You'll survive.
Yeah, I'm a survivor. Yes, I am. You did say I was going to travel, and like I said, I ended up in Ireland getting hit on by some old sheep herder.
That's good.
You have no idea how uncomfortable it was. It was real. I guess let's before we open I'm going to open the phone line when we come back from our first commercial. I picked funny music tonight because I'm trying to keep it very light and airy and that kind of thing. So tonight the music is going to be Larry the Cable Guy. He has A Christmas Story, which is kind of like the baby Jesus. It's kind of weird, but it's really funny. And then Xerox Christmas Letter by Ray Stevens, and Stuck in the Smoke Hole of Our Teepee by Shoshone Elder, old hands, which I love that, and it's just so funny. So we're going to be playing that, but let's go through, I guess, the signs. Let's do a general through the signs.
Oh, okay. For 2013, my tarot horoscopes for 2013.
Yeah, horoscopes.
Okay, now, Mo, before I even begin the 2013 horoscopes, I just want to let everybody know that what started in 2012. Saturn is a planet. When it goes, astrologically speaking, when Saturn goes into a house, somebody's house, that's your trouble area or things that you have to work on. And it started in 2012, and Saturn is in the house.
And that was scheduled for November 3rd. But on the 29th, you called it, we had a life and death hurricane. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I did predict Hurricane Sandy, and I did predict the devastation to the Jersey Shore and New York City. And I did that actually in 2011. I wanted to warn people about this. And, because of this, I do want to warn people again for 2013, Mo, that I don't feel that there's going to be a major Hurricane Sandy-like event in 2013. But, I do feel that the Earth has changed, and those of us on the East Coast here, I do feel we're going to be experiencing, these dangerous storms, and I really want everybody, New York, New Jersey, all up and down. I want everybody to, have your generators, be ready for power surges, power outages, have a survival kit ready. This is going to become a way of life. Some of the people in Florida, they're kind of used to this, but we on the East Coast in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, we're not used to this. So we got to just kind of get with the program, and we're all going to survive. But it's just be prepared for it. Have your generators now. Get ready. Make sure your sump pumps are good.
Have a prepper kit, but don't scare the crap out of your children. Anybody who's got their generators, don't go out and sell it because, it's over. And don't sell it in 2 years because you didn't use it in 2 years. Make sure it's always in ready condition.
Right. Always be prepared. Right.
Make sure you have candles. Make sure you have sternos. See, I don't have electric, so we went into a problem with we didn't have electric, but we don't have gas, so I couldn't cook on gas either. So I was heating soup and everything and making tea on the candles. So it was rough. I mean, we went till the 11th before we got the 11th or the 12th before we got our power back. That's a long haul over here, Yeah. Are you surprised?
Just be prepared, Mo. Everybody out there, just be prepared. We got a little taste of it. Let's just be prepared. So, when the power goes out, okay, switch on the generator. You know what I mean? I don't want people to be so upset by it. It's almost like, okay, switch on the generator. Okay, the power's back on.
Are you as surprised as I am we had 38 people in New Jersey die from it. I am shocked we didn't have hundreds more.
Well, Governor Christie really helped out there and got everybody out, and so we have to, give them credit for that. To get everybody was out. They evacuated. So it saved a lot of lives there, Mo. It saved a lot of lives.
Oh yeah, my aunt's neighborhood's been condemned. Thousands gone. Union Beach is gone. There are so many areas and friends and. We have in Middletown and Keensburg here a very high Irish population, and so many friends I know have lost everything. I mean, they have the shirts on their backs, but praise God they're alive, but I'm happily surprised we didn't lose more lives. But you called it, and you called it last year.
Yes.
Yeah.